Hello again, Aquarius, and I hope all of you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. So before we begin your reading, I have two cards here for you, and what it's saying here between the two is almost like there's this confusion in needing to find clarity in why it is that you're not able to manifest the things that you're trying so hard for, is what I feel like. So now from Le Vampire, you pulled Burnt by the Sun. Ambition, extension, and reach. Now the blessing here says that you will never know your potential unless you go beyond the limits you have set for yourself. You may not succeed, but you will know a great deal more about yourself than you do now. And you are certain to grow through the experience. Begin with baby steps and persist. And then working with this card says that you must be mindful of what is safe and wise for you to do at this time with the skills and training that you have. You have a way to go before you can make these changes. And it says that, it feels like you're wishing to undertake a marathon without ever having run a mile. It's time to train and learn and become strong. And that in time, the desire will be within reach, but patience and hard work are the priorities here. Now, with what you pulled in Chakra Wisdom with confusion, this card is saying that through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity to you. This is about being allowed to be in a confused state in order to get that spiritual support to find the clarity that you're looking for right now. It's like you're trying so hard to do something and there's this confusion, but I feel like Spirit is leading you there for a reason so that you can find clarity. But, again, with Burnt by the Sun, it's like you're trying so hard. You have that ambition, but your desires aren't being reached just quite yet. Here is the energy coming through. Yeah, seeing things in a different perspective. Man, oh man. It's like you need to look at what it is that you're trying to create a little bit differently here, because what you're working towards just isn't manifesting for you right now. And it's because it's like, and I can understand why confusion is there, because there isn't this clarity. The Hangman is about being in a limbo and needing to see things in a different perspective in order to find that enlightenment. And again, it's like Spirit is leading you into this state of confusion so that you can find that clarity. But it's like you have to be open to seeing all the possibilities to your situation. Man, oh man. And in the past, so the Three of Pentacles, to me, this is like the start of something new. But, here you're doing the right thing and you're being recognized for it. But you're just starting out here. And, with Burnt by the Sun, when it talks about wanting to run a marathon without even having run a mile, it would make sense there that this is the past coming through. It's like, hey, I started this. Why am I not seeing the results yet? And in the present, the Nine of Wands, you're beat up. You're beat up, but you're still willing to continue to fight for the things that you want. And again, with Burnt by the Sun, ambition, extension, reach. The problem with the Nine of Wands to me is that the person is so on guard that they may be blocking themselves to the opportunities that are coming through. So, you need to be careful about being so on guard that you're not willing to see things differently when it comes to working towards your desires, But yeah, there's definitely this feeling of like being beat up over the fact that, you're working, but you're just not seeing the results quite yet. Future conditions, and it's causing some mental pain. And look at the nines. It's like not quite finishing the journey to restart. The Nine of Swords is mental anguish and regret. It's the mental shit that you do to yourself. And, it's I feel like it's blocking you. I mean, the 2 nines, they're blocking you. And definitely it's time to stop. You have to stop and allow yourself to be in that state of confusion, in that state of limbo, so that you can see this differently. I mean, you can't keep chasing your desires if you're not clear on what your desires are. And if what you're chasing isn't manifesting, you know, it's time to see things differently on how you're actually going about doing that. The best path to follow. This is telling you not to get caught up in illusions. This to me is like emotional disorganization. There may be too many options in front of you. And man, oh man, I almost feel like looking at it that, you know, here it's important to remember that you need to choose what is best for you. It's not about what you want, but more of what you need. That's more important here. And again, you know, not getting caught up in that illusion of I'm working at this, why isn't it manifesting? You know, like clearly there needs to be some, you have to do it differently. What you're doing just like, I feel like isn't working. And you want it, you do with Burnt by the Sun, yes. It's like, it's there, but it's just not manifesting. It's like, why? You know, and it's like being confused about it. But again, it's, you know, you're being led to that point so that you can find clarity on what you need to do here. And in your environment, you know, it's there. It's right there. I mean, look at the 9s. It's like you're almost there, but not quite. Wish fulfillment is there. It's just that you need to see things differently when you're manifesting your desires. You're working so hard at this, but what you're doing, you know, again, with the 7 of Pentacles falling out, it's like it's time to look at the way that you're doing things and maybe change it up, because what you're doing isn't quite working for you right now. But that fulfillment is in your environment. It's there. It's just that you need to give yourself a minute here to really see things differently. I mean, that's between the 7 of Pentacles, the Hangman, and confusion, yeah. You got to stop for a minute. Because if you don't, this is all that you're going to see is like, why the hell is this not happening for me? And it's causing this mental shit. And you're like beat up. And you want to keep fighting, but it's like it's not happening. Why? Oh, your hopes and your fears. Yeah, and out of the 9s, yeah, I would want the world too. That is the end of the journey in the majors. And this is what you're hoping for, is to feel that success and enjoy the abundance from your journey. Because truly that's what you're wanting. You're working so hard for it, but it's just not. It's there, but it's not quite being realized yet. It's like one of those things where they talk about how, you know, with the law of attraction, you're doing all these things. You're changing the way that you think. You're visualizing. You're using the power of gratitude. And all this and that. But it's just not happening. It's just not happening. But it's there. It's there, ready to break the surface. It's just that you got to change up the way that you're doing things right now. And the outcome, you get your shit together. Look at that. Wow. The Emperor is about getting control of your situation, getting your house in order, getting your shit together. So where you come out at is perfect. You know, I feel like right now you're trying so hard. You're trying. And it's just not being realized, but it's there. It's right there. It is right there within your reach, but you need to stop. You got to stop trying so hard. You need to reevaluate the way that you're doing things right now, because what you're doing is not quite working when it comes to wanting to manifest the things that you want. I mean, the world being in your hopes and your fears, again, it's just reinforcing that it's right there. But you shift and you do just that. And you go into this feeling of, all right, now I've had enough. Now I'm going to get my shit together. And I'm going to get control of this. You know, and again, with Burnt by the Sun, it's like, you got to work with what you know right now. You can't expect things to just boom, and there they are, right? It's a process that you have to stick to. You will see the things that you want manifest for you. You know, I mean, clearly you're doing something here that I feel like is important to you, because there wouldn't be all this backing it. I wouldn't give up on it. And I think that you need to look at what is it that you need versus what you want. What do you need right now? What do you need that's going to help you in realizing this here? And definitely have faith in the situation, because again, you know, if you give up, it just goes away. You know, you just need to see things differently right now. Okay, Aquarius, so I have this overwhelming feeling with this, that you're trying so hard to manifest the things that you really want to see in your life. But it's just like not happening, but it's there. It's right there. It's just that I feel like you're being led to a spot right now where you need to really reevaluate the way that you're doing things when it comes to this manifestation. Clearly, this is something that's important to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have all this going on. And again, the nines to me are saying that you're almost there. You are almost there, right? You just need to start doing things differently here. But I love where you come out at, because to me, it's saying that you're going to get your shit together. You're going to get control of this situation, and things will start to happen for you, because again, it's in your environment. It's like right there. It's just, again, you need to look at things differently. I mean, it's so clear between these and the Seven of Pentacles. And it's like with the Six, you need to stay open to maybe possibly with the Magician having some different ideas in working at this here. Because again, it's like you're doing the right thing. You're just not doing it in a way that would be the most beneficial for you right now. And then again, with the Seven of Cups, I really feel like you need to look at what you need rather than what you want right now. Because what you need may help you get control of this situation. Now, when you look at what you pulled with Whispers of Love, have faith in the situation, absolutely. Don't ever give up on the things that you want, because what happens is they just go away. And you're like, this shit doesn't work. Well, no, if that's the way that you think, that's what you're going to see. So have faith in what you're doing, because you are doing the right thing and you're almost there. It's like you're almost there. And as long as you allow yourself to see things differently, you will again get control of it. And you will have this feeling of completion, which is truly where you want to be, is like feeling that success from what you're working for. Now, when it comes to doing something for somebody else and demonstrating love, when you take your focus away from the things that aren't quite working for you and you place them on the things that you love, the people that you love, it changes your vibration, and it may open you up to those new creative ideas through the Magician to do things differently here, so that you can have, again, this completion and this wish fulfillment.